all you amazing people out there. My name is Elizabeth Giles, and I am coming to you from the Stampin' Unicorns Craft Room here in Marshfield, Wisconsin. And today I am going to be showcasing the Kind and Sincere Sentiment Stamp Set that is in the mini catalog, January through April 2023. I'm going to showcase a technique that I use with many of our sentiment stamp sets to get the full value of the stamp set, and showcasing an awesome technique as well. Here we go. Like I said, I am going to be showcasing this Kind and Sincere stamp set that features all these sentiments, and I love this set for a few reasons. First, we have different fonts. So our larger words are in this awesome script, and then our smaller words are in a really simple typeset alphabet. You can see this on page 45 in the mini catalog, the January through April mini catalog with Stampin' Up! Here. You can see that page right there. And I am going to show you a technique that I love doing. I haven't done it in a while, and I thought right away of this stamp set that this would be a great one to utilize. So here we have our tray from the Embossing Editions Toolkit. Now, if you have not gotten this or don't have it from previous, this is what that set is. It is on page 49 in the previous mini catalog and is carrying over. So make sure to get your hands on this handy dandy tray. We are also going to be using a bone folder. I have this older bone folder that's been well loved. You need some shaving cream. Doesn't matter which kind. The cheapest, I recommend an unscented, just because, you know, the less chemical-y things. And then you're also going to need some reinkers. For the project I'm going to show you here, we are using Sweet Sorbet, Calypso Coral, Pale Papaya, and Polished Pink. Now, I do like to line them up from the darkest to the lightest, so I'm going to do that in this order here. We'll just set them aside. The paper size that I am just using regular basic white. You can use a shimmer white or thick white or whatever. You can even use colored cardstock, but I recommend using the basic white. And I've cut mine, and I am in inches, so it's 5 1/8 inches by 3 7/8. And when I show you the finished cards, you'll see why I did that size. You will also need a scrap piece of paper. It's going to be your scraping area. I like to use a piece of paper because if I get a whole bunch of shaving cream on it, then I can just toss it away. And it's a scrap piece. It's got printed stuff on the other side. Now we're going to go ahead and shake this. You got to read the directions on your shaving cream to see if you need to shake it or not. And then mine says to hold it upright to get the best flow. And you don't want to put too much in there. You want about a 1/2 inch once you spread it out. So you're going to just take your bone folder and spread it out here, making sure to get those holes all filled in. Oh, it just smells so good. Nice and fresh. All right. So here we have our shaving cream. Looks good. Now we're going to go ahead and start with those darkest drops first. I'm just going to wipe that off. Shaving cream is also really good for the skin. So, you know, why not? All right. So Sweet Sorbet is the darkest, and we're just going to give this some sporadic colors. We're going to do just like that. You want a lot of white showing because you're going to be adding how many ever colors. I have not done more than 4 because, as you will be able to see in a little bit, it does get a little muddy, and you want to have some white showing through just so that it gives that contrast, right? So here is our Polished Pink. Polished Pink is so vibrant. The other thing you want to make note of is not every re-inker kind of looks like its color. So a good point of that is our So Saffron. That kind of has a brownish tinge to it with the re-inker. So when you use it, it might create more of a brownish tinge. And then your lightest color, you're going to give, you know, the fill in. All right, so we have all 4 colors in there. Now you're going to take your bone folder and start like connecting the dots. So however you want to do that, you just want to make sure that you get all of the dots connected. Otherwise, you will end up with a splotch of color where your paper meets that re-inker, right? Just like if you're using sponge daubers or something like that, if you have a big color ink on there, it's going to just gravitate and expand on that plane. All right, so you can keep mixing until you think you've got it. I think that looks pretty good. I do want to try and fill in, there we go, that little area. All right, just going to scrape off my excess on the side. Now you're going to go ahead and put your paper directly in there. And I like to start and just kind of push it down. And now we're going to make sure that we get it into all of the areas. So I'm just smashing it until I see some of the shaving cream come out the side. And this is where the magic happens. Now make sure that you have another sheet available, because you're going to get a 2-for-1 here. They are both going to look totally different. So you can see in my paper here, that's where I had some of those blotches that maybe I didn't mix in as well. So we're going to go ahead and lift it up. Oh, so we got a whole big one right there. But that's okay. Now we're going to take our next piece and smush it on top. And just bring it down. And since I have a hole here, I'm just going to bring the shaving cream down this way, because it might fill in that hole for me. Okay. Now let's reveal. So they both have that little bit of a gap. That's okay. Now you're going to take the same bone folder and we are going to scrape our edges. And just get as much excess off as you can. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look at that, right? Crazy. Okay, we're going to do the second one here. Oop. I just like to get as close to the edge as I can and scrape it. And see, that one looks totally different, right? Now, I do have 2 more pieces here. This is still good to go. So it's going to give us a totally different look, and depending on which way you kind of pick it up. So we're going to go ahead and dip this in again. So of course your colors are going to start to get a little muddled. This time I'm going to pick it up from the corner. And I don't have that much color on here, so I'm not going to do the sandwich technique. We're just going to throw this back. Oops. We're going to throw this back into here. Let me just scrape that off. I'm going to just get that a little bit more over here. So this one will probably not be as colorful. So you can already see where we got some more white. All right, that guy's going to just sit there for a moment. And we're going to go ahead and scrape this one. And it's okay if you don't get it all off with the bone folder. You will want to have like a tissue or something so that you can scrape it. And then let's grab this one. Oh yeah, this one's got a lot of white. But hey, that's okay. They're all unique, right? In their own special ways. So on this one, you could put the, like your seine or whatever, close to the bottom. Okay, that guy's just going to get set off to the side and it will get cleaned up. So easy to wash it up. You literally just take it to the sink and you're good to go. I've got a couple of just sponges here. I'm going to clean off my fingertips so I don't get it all over. I definitely did not get this messy on the last ones. Okay, Here we are. So this is all cleaned up and it dries really quickly. So I would say you could get your other elements ready and then utilize this almost right away. I'm going to fold this in half and just show you. Just wiping them down to get just the excess off. And that too, you don't want to have like a really moisturizing type of shaving cream or a gel shaving cream, because that's going to give you more wetness to your cardstock. So these are the 4 that we just did, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you the finished products. Oh, and then I did some in this color earlier, and I got these. This one I took my the excess that I had on my bone folder and just scraped it across. So I thought that was neat too. So you can see all the cool different patterns that you get. And there's no rhyme or reason. Like, this doesn't look like anything that we had in the tray, right? So let's set these guys off to the side, and then I'm going to show you the finished product. So I told you that the card itself, the white part, was 5 1/8 by 3 3/8. And I did that so that my mat can be 4 inches by 5 1/4. This one here, I utilized these colors. So we have Pacific Point, Pool Party, Mint Macaron, and Sahara Sand. And here is where you are showcasing your sentiments, your sayings. So I just chose 3 of the words. This one has "and generous," and I just inked up the generous there. And then I paired it with our new Pool Party ribbon, right? Very nice, lightweight. So you can see how cool that is. Here is another card. So this was the first one, and this was the second take from the same batch. And here I used the thanks. Oh, I got a little bit of whatever there. I'll have to just cut that off. Here I used the thanks for everything, and then paired that with our classic matte dots. So again, this is the same colors. I did another set, and this one, I'll show you the colors first. Utilized Soft Seafoam, So Saffron, Blushing Bride, and Petal Pink. So when I first saw this stamp set, the first thing that stuck out to me was congratulations on your big news. Now, so funny, I didn't end up using that. I did use the congratulations, but I didn't put that on your big news. But I was trying to create a baby card. So I'm not quite sure that my colors came out in this, but I loved the colors that did show up. I just didn't think it was more babyish. But that's one of the nice things with this technique, is that you can utilize how many different colors you want and really personalize it. So if somebody's got a graduation or a birthday and you know their favorite colors, you can really do this technique with anything. Here I paired it with a new iridescent pastel gems right here, and our new textured 12 by 12 shimmer paper. This has white and blue and a green in it, so I have the white on there, so it gives it a little sparkle. And then the other card I made with this color is right here. So these 2 cards I kind of cut out the big saying, and I did a heart punch and added these heart pearls. And yeah, so you can see that there, right? Super cute. Another one that I did a color combo, but I didn't finish the card, was Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia, Balmy Blue, and Polished Pink. And this is what that came out to. These colors really got muddled. Like, I don't know what I was doing. So this was the only take I got on it. But very easy to use, and being able to utilize an everyday household item with re-inkers that you should already be having is a great way to multi-purpose and showcase these amazing sentiment stamps that we have in the new mini catalog. There's several others that you can do this technique with as well, but this kind and sincere with this amazing text and stuff here, I think is the ultimate coordination with this technique. So I hope you guys like this. I can't wait to see the samples that you make. Please feel free to tag me in anything. I would love to see what you come up with and your color combinations. I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.